Coming at you from the south side of Chicago, straight out of my mother's basement at my childhood home, I'd like to welcome you all to the power to persist. Mayor Randall Woodfin,
Yes, sir.
welcome to my childhood home, brother.
Hey, man, I'm actually humbled to be here and inspired.
You're in the south side of Chicago, man. My mom's upstairs. We're in the basement, man.
I love
Got
it,
the
man.
mayor of Birmingham, Randall
Love
Woodfin, in the house.
No,
Welcome, brother.
listen, when I say I'm inspired, 3604 24th Street North is my childhood home.
Yes,
Spent the first 11 years of my life there.
yes.
I think about my little sister Candace, my older sister Cindy, and my brother Ralph. Jumping off the porch, playing Candy Lady, all that stuff. No one's in the house right now, and I'm motivated to go back and talk to my siblings about what we should and can do with that house.
You know what's interesting? When I started doing development on the block here and thinking about all the stuff I wanted to do, part of the reason was to implicitly say to folks like you and others, hey, if I did it, you can too.
Come home.
To try to catalyze folks to
Yeah.
think like it doesn't always have to be these multi-gazillion dollar projects.
Right.
Sometimes just us taking little steps by ourselves, in and of ourselves,
Right.
going back to our childhood homes, going back to the blocks where we are,
Right.
we can make a difference. So I'm glad to hear, especially to hear you say that as a mayor, a CEO
Oh,
of
yeah.
a city, to recognize that we all can do this.
Absolutely.
I want people to know, like, I know you're the mayor, you're the man, but this is my little brother, ladies
Yeah,
and
man.
gentlemen. As powerful as he is, as important as he is with what he does, this is my little brother that I
Yes,
get
sir.
to talk to on a regular basis. Probably not just talk to, scold sometimes,
I need it.
difficult conversations, but that's the level of our relationship and
Yeah.
that's the bond. And I want to tell you, I am so proud of you.
Thank you, man.
I don't
There's a
get
level-
a chance to tell you that
There's a
enough.
level of genuine trust,
Yes, sir.
friendship, big brother, little brother that I enjoy more than you'll ever know.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get into it. You're here, the power to persist. What does persistence mean to you?
Keep going. There will always be stumbles.
Yes.
There will always be a roadblock. A wall can be put up. A no, but keep going. I remember the first time I always wanted to serve. I always wanted to go back home and serve my community. Service comes in many ways, but one of the ways it comes in is in elected office. I got my butt beat. I'm talking about stomped out first time I ran for office.
Yes.
I didn't come in second place. I came in
Yes.
third for a 4-person race. And I remember the feeling I had after that. But then I remember after I got over it, what I needed to do. That's persistence. You keep going. If you want to do something, keep going.
You are the 30th mayor
Yes, sir.
in the history of the city of Birmingham. You became Birmingham's youngest mayor in over a century at age 36.
Yes, sir.
How did your upbringing in Birmingham bring a unique vision for you for the city? And how does this unique vision impact your thinking as a leader?
It's a really good question. So a couple things happened in my youth. One is that my mom is one of 8 children. My dad's one of 6.
Okay.
That meant, man, I come from a large family. I'm talking
Yeah.
about 36 first cousins,
Yeah.
over 50 second cousins. I don't even know everybody's name. For real.
Yeah.
Not government name, that is.
Right.
I got a chance, man, to have family who live all over town.
Yeah.
Southtown Public Housing Projects, Kingston, Gate City,
Yeah.
Avondale, Mason City, Fountain Heights, and I can't even name all the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But growing up, I got a chance to see all of Birmingham, for its good and for its bad. So when I came back home from undergrad, that sense of calling of serving, a lot of it was rooted in not just my family, but families across the city, because that's what I saw growing up. The other thing, man, that really, in this position as mayor, my
Yes.
great-grandmother, Mary McGee, moved in with us because we thought she was on her last leg. And when she moved in with us, she got a burst of energy and ended up living to 100 years of age. She died my sophomore year at Morehouse. But the point I'm making is she moved in at 92.
Right.
I got a chance to spend her last 8 years, she lived with us.
Yes.
And as a child, I got a chance to watch and learn. My great-grandma was blind from diabetes, but she still had all her faculties. Smart as a whip. But I would help her outside, sit at her feet, And what that taught me, listen more than you talk.
Yeah. Important.
As a mayor, as a
Yeah. Yeah.
elected officials talk too much,
Yeah.
bro. Shut up. We should listen more than we talk.
Why is that so difficult?
So, man, people don't have humility.
Mm.
They wanna be a know-it-all. They have to show and prove so hard.
Mhm.
My show and prove is actually listening, because if you listen, then you can actually solve problems. If you listen, you can actually help the people you are elected to serve. And if you listen, it's the best way to remain humble.
Folks don't know this. Before we came over here to the studio, I had a chance to kind of drive you around a little
Yeah.
bit.
Dope city,
Yeah,
man.
both in my neighborhood, and we actually just finished a cool breakfast with some folks who are active in the city, who are giving
Mhm.
themselves to trying to make the city of Chicago better. When you think about Birmingham and you think about Chicago, what are some of the similarities and what are some of the differences?
The similarities are, man, look, beautiful cities
Mhm.
with amazing people trying to make impact in community.
Mhm.
Similar in that we get a bad rap as it relates to public safety, but when you go deeper, things are way better than what they are perceived to be based on what you hear publicly.
Yes.
And then 3, there's just the creation of opportunity.
Yes.
I've met some folk in your city, man, that I am amazed and inspired by, just like you, who are making real impact.
Yes, sir.
Not shiners,
Yes, sir.
not about title.
Yes, sir.
They born and raised in Chicago and love their city, want to make it better. So I see some similarity that folks from Birmingham want to make it better. They're
Mhm.
just doggish pro Birmingham. I
Mhm.
saw that today. Doggish pro Chicago.
We ride hard for
I love
Chicago,
it,
man.
man.
Yeah.
I would say differences. We don't have a lake. I think the this lake that looks like an ocean,
The lake that looks like an
the
ocean?
lake that looks like an ocean, clearly, from a economic development standpoint and tourism standpoint, it's just a fundamental game changer.
Right.
So I'm always happy to be here, because I think you have a beautiful city, and I'm not just talking about the people. The architectural design alone attracts me.
When you think about Birmingham, you don't have a lake, but what are some of the things from a tourist standpoint that would attract someone to come to Birmingham?
The first thing I would say in today's time is we are a foodie town.
People
We
don't
we
realize that about
we
Birmingham.
have we have a significant amount of restaurants that have either had James Beard nomination or James
Yes.
Beard awards.
Yes.
For
Wow.
those who love to travel across the nation or the world just to eat and
Yeah.
try food,
I think there's some people
put
in this room right now with
Birmingham
us who
on your
who are taking
list.
note on that.
Put
Yeah.
Birmingham on your list. You will not only be surprised, you will be amazed, and you will come back. That's how good it is. The second thing that will attract people, we pride ourselves on our green space. We are urban core, but within the urban core in distance, you can hike, you can
Wow.
bike in
Wow.
trails.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, talking about beautiful. Alabama's called the beautiful. Alabama the beautiful.
Yeah.
But that's real when you get on the ground.
Yeah.
It's an actual beautiful city, not just from a topography standpoint, but you can enjoy yourself outdoor activity.
I love it.
Third, I would easily say, and this could have been first, we're known for our civil rights movement.
Mhm.
We reckon our differences on the world stage to see.
Mhm.
We know the times we're living in. If anybody needs to be reminded or inspired about not only the struggle, but the fight, but most importantly, the victory
Right.
for civil rights,
Right.
come to Birmingham and through the Civil Rights Institute, through 16th Street Baptist Church, and so many other civil rights historical landmarks. You will be inspired to go back to your community and make a difference.
In your memoir, Son of Birmingham, you discuss the removal of a 52-foot Confederate monument. Speaking of history,
Yeah.
what did that monument signify for you personally and for the city's journey toward racial equity?
First of all, I think the Confederate monument was an affront to not just black people, but anybody that call themselves a Birminghamian. First of all, Birmingham wasn't even a city. Okay, let's be very, very clear about this. Birmingham was not even a city during the during the Civil War.
Right.
Just think about that for a second. I want
Right.
to remind people,
Right.
Birmingham, Alabama was founded in 1871.
Right.
71. The Civil War ended in 1865.
Right.
What is a Confederate monument doing in the middle of a public space that should be welcoming for all in the public park?
Why was it there?
Revisionist history.
Hmm.
Daughters of the Confederate wanted to remind Southern cities that for whatever reason, the Confederates should be honored. No. Why is a second place trophy in the middle of this public square? You lost. Two, it's not patriotic. It's actually un-American because that was treasonous behavior. The Union is the Union for a reason, and the
Mhm.
Confederates wanted to break up a Union. But let's go deeper. In today's time, Birmingham is a majority minority city. It's one of the blackest cities in America. That's a fact. We don't need a Confederate monument, second place trophy that regulated black people to second class citizens and or property in the middle of a public square in today's time because it doesn't
Amen.
belong there. Period.
Mhm.
Period.
Amen. Your book draws on all facets of your life and experience:
Yeah.
family,
Yes.
faith, education,
Yeah.
and even hip hop. Why was it important to illustrate so many aspects of yourself and to tell your story?
I think the first word that comes to mind is vulnerability.
Mm.
If you're going to tell a story, I think you not only have to be honest, but you need to be vulnerable. Because when you're vulnerable, people can see all of you, not just some portion you want them to see on
Right,
social media, right?
right,
Or when you give a speech.
right.
If you're gonna write a book and tell your story, you need to tell the whole thing. But the best way to tell it is the most vulnerable, authentic part of yourself. That doesn't mean just the wins and the triumphs and the happy moments, but the losses and the failures and the things that hurt.
When you are vulnerable and authentic like that, what does it unleash in other people?
I think they can one see their own path or journey through your experience. I think two, there's a connectivity, and I would say three easily that when they see you, they can feel, right? People want to feel.
Yeah,
You say, what is it unleashing other people?
yeah.
People want to feel. I think the world we live in now, some of it is superficial. Well, you're not going to get feeling at the superficial level. So if you have an opportunity to be authentic and be vulnerable and be open, people can feel you.
You've spoken openly about the personal losses you've endured due to gun violence,
Right.
something we tragically, you know all too commonly have between our cities, right?
Yeah.
Have these experiences influenced your approach to public safety as
Abs-
mayor?
Absolutely. I think one man, I still have the unfortunate um, recollection memory of when my brother was shot and killed. Happened to be the first person on the scene, happened to make the call to my parents, burying my brother. These are memories triggered every time there's a homicide in my city.
Yeah,
I remember the scream my mother yelled out on the scene and at the funeral. And so when one of our black boys is killed in the streets and I hear that mother cry,
yes,
I see that mother cry, makes me think of my own mom.
yes.
That's tough. So I take that and I'm motivated to fix the problem, motivated to address it head on. And as big as the problem's been, we finally got our arms around it.
Yeah.
Today, homicides are down 45%. That is a testament to the police. That's a testament to street workers and violence intervention routines. It's a huge compliment to the residents and citizens stepping up, not being afraid and fearful of retaliation and speaking to police and calling Crime Stoppers. So we had to put things in place, and it took a while. It wasn't overnight. For a few years, homicide steadily went up, but we finally got our arms around it, and we're not going to let go. We're going to keep throwing out every solution, every option to decrease homicides in our city.
I'm gonna press this a little more
Yeah.
because I've got friends in Birmingham, and I spend a lot of time there, and this has been something that people have been so focused on,
Yeah.
the violence, like, and people have been critical of you on this note. You've done some things, no doubt about it, and you're doing some things, and you're
Right.
seeing some changes. But what is like, if you left something on the floor, like what's one thing that you've not been able to do that you might want to do in this specific area?
Actually, in this area, I've done everything except the resources on the jobs piece.
Okay.
We're not going to, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to arrest our way out of gun violence.
Yeah.
You cannot arrest every person,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't want to. What
Mhm.
you should want is, "Hey, I want you to put this gun out of your hand,
Mhm.
and I wanna put a job in your hand."
Okay.
And so, what you're gonna see me do is shift to addressing that formula that says young black boys not in school plus, black men unemployed equals higher crime.
Got it.
I'm going to we focus on the young black boys not in school in partnership with the school system. But now it's time to focus on job creation, job opportunity, in partnership with employers and employ these young black men.
Is the business community, I know the Birmingham skyline very
Yeah,
well acquainted with it. Are they
yeah.
stepping up?
They are definitely stepping up. They're definitely open. The employers we've been speaking with want to participate in this program. It's a very simple notion. A livable wage in 2025, state of Alabama, is $22 an hour. We're telling employers, hire these young men. We'll go in partnership with you. We'll go in half with you. You pay them $11. We'll match the 11. And there's a whole, you know, tax workforce development plan we're working on. But the question was, is one thing you can do more of? Laser focus on employment. Laser focus on employment.
What city is doing that well? What's your motto? What are you benchmarking that effort against?
Newark and Baltimore.
Okay.
Now, violence reduction, we're benchmarking Chicago, Newark, and Baltimore.
Okay.
In all three of these cities, we've seen a decrease in homicides.
Okay.
In all three of these cities, we've seen violence reduction initiatives work. But I really like what they're doing in Baltimore with Mayor Scott. My brother Mayor in Newark is doing an amazing job.
Yeah, yeah. Candidate for
Uh,
governor right now.
hey, man, he should win.
Yes.
The point is employment. And then at the state level, I like what Westmore is doing to hire people.
Another
You
governor.
gotta be in the business of gainfully employing people. People who got full-time jobs and can take care of their families, they ain't thinking about the streets and illegal activity, man. But you gotta give them that opportunity.
The Birmingham
Oh,
Promise
yeah.
has provided over $11 million in tuition assistance to more than 1,600 graduates. Tell us more about what the Promise is and the opportunities it creates in your community.
So this is the flagship. Your audience deserves some backdrop. I
Yes.
served on the school board prior to being mayor. I've stood on the stage for every high school graduation for the last 11 years, with the exception of COVID year, and have looked every high school graduate in the eyes. It's all about creating opportunity and exposure for them. When they walk on that stage and receive their high school diploma and walk off that stage and walk back into the audience with their classmates and turn their tassel and walk out of that auditorium, what we got to do is make sure they have opportunity.
Okay.
One of those opportunities should be able to go to college or university, 2 or 4 year. Birmingham Promise says if you live in the city limits of Birmingham and you finish Birmingham City School, then you now can attend any state 2-year or 4-year public college university tuition free. We don't care about your GPA. We don't care about your ACT or SAT score. If that institution of higher learning accepts you, all you got to do is fill out your FAFSA. We got everything else.
All right, stop. Like, because a lot of people, especially public servants and elected officials, throw out numbers and programs. I want to make sure people really fully understand what the Birmingham Promise is. Say that one more time.
Birmingham Promise is the most successful public-private partnership we have. City of Birmingham has put in $10 million.
Yes.
The private sector has raised probably over $20 million.
Okay.
And from this, we've been able to support 1,600 plus graduates to be able to go to state 2-year, 4-year public college university tuition free.
Wow.
And it has been at the disregard of their ACT, SAT score, or their GPA.
And this is something that you and your administration started, spearheaded, and led.
Created it at City Hall,
Wow.
then intentionally kicked it out. Now it has its own board, own executive director,
Wow.
501c3 status.
Wow.
And here's why. This program has to exist in perpetuity.
Mm-hmm.
It can't exist just because I'm the mayor.
I love it.
I think about my own daughter who was 10 months. I think about the children who are unborn. I think about the current senior who just finished school and has a little brother or sister in the first or second grade.
Yeah.
All of them should be able to participate in the Birmingham Promise. You and I both know, but for this program, majority of these children are first-generation college students, so they either wouldn't be able to afford to go, or if they got in, wouldn't be able to afford to remain in. This is an upward mobility program. This is how you fight poverty. This is how you decrease crime. This is how you gainfully employ the next generation.
I love it.
This is not charity. This is workforce.
I love it. The city has removed over 15,000 illegal guns from the streets during your tenure.
Right.
It's a pretty incredible figure. What other steps that maybe aren't as easy to quantify do you see creating change in the culture around violence in the city?
The biggest I would say is when we declared gun violence a public health crisis in 2019, it made us put on a different lens hat, if you would,
Okay.
and address gun violence, not just from an enforcement police standpoint. Example, we have a hospital-based program that says if a person gets shot and whether they are admitted and have to be there for a while and or patched up in the emergency room and go out,
Mm-hmm.
we now have violence interrupters at the hospital for both of those scenarios.
That's wild.
And the goal is very simple. Engage these people who have been victims of crime before they are discharged so they're less likely to retaliate and or go back and forth, or worse, come back, don't make it back to the hospital because they were killed. This program has proven to be extremely effective, especially for those admitted and have to stay a while. That's just had a 99% clearance rate of not being readmitted
Wow.
and or going out and shooting someone and or them not being killed when they're discharged and they've gotten gainful employment. They've gotten a license and ID and wraparound services and housing assistance. And it's just been fundamental game changer
Yeah.
in violence reduction because that has been from a prevention standpoint once they have been shot to make sure they don't go back out there, reoffend, or come back into the hospital, worse, be killed.
It's got to be, on this podcast, we talk about the power to persist, and we're talking a lot about resilience and building resilient individuals. But man, what a way to build a resilient communities.
Yes.
Right? By, having folks going into that kind of traumatic event and then giving them resources to come out and make sure that it's not wraparound, they don't come back again.
It's only what we gotta, whether it's Birmingham or Chicago, what we gotta share with our young Black boys and young Black men. This is not the only way. The streets and guns, there are other alternatives. Let us show you. Here's a different path and direction for your life. Let us walk with you, right? We don't have to drag you. We don't have to push you, force you. We don't have to arrest you and jail you. Here are other options for your life. Choose.
Life has a funny way of testing us right when we think we have it all figured out. Those moments remind us that resilience is not about never failing. That's what the power to persist is all about. 8 simple habits to help you stay grounded, strong, and focused when life gets a little heavy. I'd be honored if you came along on this journey with me. Visit LamellMcMorris.com to get your copy of The Power to Persist and listen to the Power to Persist podcast so we can continue to persist together.
Looking ahead, what is your long-term vision for Birmingham? What about Birmingham makes it uniquely able to fulfill this vision?
I'll start with the second part in mind. What makes Birmingham uniquely able to fulfill the vision I have? We are a city of victors. We know the challenges we face pre-COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We know the challenges we faced at the height of the civil rights movement. We know the challenges we faced at the height of Jim Crow. And in each of those iterations, Birmingham came out stronger. Why do I say that? Because the vision I have is for the quality of life of every resident. It is a city of choice, that you choose to live there. And if you choose to live here, you choose to send your children to Birmingham City Schools, that you don't have to move or homeschool or go to a private school. You choose to live in the city limits of Birmingham, and the residents in that particular block, on that street, in that neighborhood, in that community are real neighbors, that they take care of each other, and that the quality of life is safe, that people feel safe on their porch, feel safe to walk their child to the park, that men and women are gainfully employed, that even if they don't go to college, that they're workforce ready and that they have their certificates and they're trained, and that we as a city work here, live here, have fun here, be safe, have a quality of life, and take care of your family.
You're in the middle of a re-election campaign.
Yes,
Why should the citizens of Birmingham give you another term?
because the work is not done. What we've been able to do over the last 7+ years is through some bold change as well as incremental change, improve quality of life in housing, in education, and public safety, and our public infrastructure. Running for a third term is not easy. I don't take it lightly. But what I am telling residents when I talk to them, knocking on their door, talking to them over the phone, at a town hall meeting, at a neighborhood meeting, is this is what we've done and
Mhm.
this is what we want to do. Let me tell you what we want to do in the third term. We want to move away from a legacy of racism. We want to get beyond the duplication of city services as it relates to our parks, our rec centers, and our libraries, and have state of the art, updated amenities that provide these services to our citizens. We want to endow the Birmingham Promise, which is the bookend of a child's cradle to career opportunity. But we also want to invest in that cradle piece as well and focus on this third term of early childhood education
Right.
so the school system can be stable when children actually enter kindergarten. And the other thing we want to do is our city right of ways. We have to pave more streets. We got to invest in our stormwater. We got to invest in our sidewalks and our lights, invest in our city's infrastructure to get it right. And the last thing is housing. We want to continue to do infill housing at the affordable and market rate, and so that our citizens can have quality of life where they live, in their block, in their street, in their neighborhood.
I love it. If you weren't mayor of Birmingham, what would you be doing right now?
That is a really, really great question. For me, I think that's options. I would practice law from time to time.
Mhm.
I'm still a lawyer. I'm still in good standing with the state of Alabama. Still have my bar license. I'd
Okay.
like to help do pro bono stuff. Two, I actually like to consult and advise, man. I'm a helper, the beginning and the end of the day. Other elected officials at all levels, I like to give counsel to, guidance, A through Z, if you would.
Mhm.
I can give them FAR strategy, or I can give them trees tactical, and anything in between. But I enjoy that. Man, this is going to sound crazy, but I really enjoy education. I would not mind being principal of the middle school I went to.
Wow.
I mean, we know education, man. I'm a big champion of education, so I wouldn't mind being a principal.
We need more black
yeah.
males teachers, right?
And then what else? I don't know, man. Whatever it is, it would be very community based.
Okay.
It would be very centered on helping people.
You and your wife just gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. How has she changed your life? How has she made you want to persist and strive and be better?
And she's changed my life dramatically. I am not the same human being, person, friend, brother you met.
Yeah.
This is the most happiest I've ever been in my life. I feel that it's in one hand, I am challenged to be better as a husband and a father.
Right.
On the other hand, I am overly inspired to want to be
Yeah.
that, even from a physical standpoint, like my health. My
Mhm.
health is I'm more inclined in what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, working out, because I want to be there first, right? I want to be there for her.
Absolutely.
So how I take care of myself is important. My wife's more spiritual than I am. But since we've had our daughter, I'm thinking about how do I want her to grow up?
Yeah.
So my spiritual walk. And then just I go home, man. I want to explain that. I want to explain that.
Mhm.
I lived downtown for a long time in a loft, almost 15 years.
Okay.
There's a bar across the street I would go to and just kick it.
Yeah.
I used to see married men at that bar. And it didn't hit me till I got married what was happening. They
Mm.
didn't want to go home.
Mm.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
I want to go home every day.
Yeah.
I want to see her, my daughter. I want to pick her up. I want to play with her. I want to be silly.
Yeah.
I want to feed her. I want to change her. I want to help put her to sleep because she wanted mom to put her to sleep. I look forward to going home, see my wife, see the boys, see love. I want to go home.
Being the mayor of Birmingham is a remarkable responsibility. Being the mayor of any city, right?
Yeah.
You've got stuff coming at you 24/7 all the time. How do you find the balance between all of these responsibilities, that being the mayor, family, and then balancing your personal, the things that you do for you and how you do for you, and how do you balance that?
It's a really good question. Again, I think words like commitment are important, priority is important, and then being intentional.
Yeah.
All right. So all three of those things, they may sound alike: commitment, discipline, but intentionality, man. You have to be so intentional how you spend your time. What I have found is that actually being married and being a father has made me more disciplined with time. And this is what I mean. I acknowledge there's not a lot of time,
Right.
but how I break down the time is easy. It's prioritize. I'm a husband and a father before I'm married, period. But I also realize I got to put my own mask on to be a good husband and father. So I still try to work out 3, 4 days a week
Got it.
just to stay like clear minded, stay fit, have stamina and good energy. Because the governing side, going to work, being married is a lot.
Yeah.
It's draining. When I get home, what I don't want to do is take the weight of that and bring it in my door on
Yeah.
the other end of the doorstep, the
Yeah.
threshold of my home.
Yeah.
My wife and family and children don't deserve that.
Yeah.
So when I get home, my wife has this thing, no cell phones at the table.
Mm.
And what I realize is, man, it's freedom and power in that because I'm present with my family. It's 7 days a week. Man, I'm busting my butt, 6 of them. I'm gonna take one of those days now, and I'm just gonna be a husband and a father. And it's okay to say no. You get 6. Now, if I get the call from my chief of staff on an urgent issue, if I gotta go to an event, or my police chief called me on that one day, totally understood.
Yeah.
But I try to take one day to be present. And then, like last night, I didn't get home until, oh man, I got home like 8:45 PM.
Mhm.
The baby was already asleep and I was tired, so I didn't wake her up. But I like to see her fall asleep,
Yeah.
and I wanna kiss her in the morning before I leave the house.
You are famous for your playlist. What's on the mayor's playlist right now?
Right now
Yes, sir. Right now.
right
We get in the car, we roll like you and I
r
do in Birmingham. What it is? What is it?
right
What's
now
on
is
the plate?
right now is gonna be, between Big Crit and Killer Mike. Killer Mike is gonna be a song on repeat, Scientists and Engineers, and for Big Crit, it's all over the place, and here's why. I'm a big fan of Cadillacs.
Mhm.
I am very close to the completion of a 1960, is it 68 or 69 Eldorado?
Ooh.
She's almost done. So I'm already thinking about
Yeah, I've been hearing
all
about her. I've been hearing about her for a little while
yeah,
now.
and I'm gonna name her after one of my grandmothers. I hadn't even told the family this yet, but her
Wow.
name's it's an Eldorado.
Wow.
One of my grandmother's name is Elnora, so I'm gonna
Wow.
name her Elnora. But the playlist is gonna be any song that got the word Cadillac is gonna be in there.
That's a lot of
It's a
songs.
lot of songs.
What movie best resembles your life's journey and your path to persist?
The Last Dragon. I know that
The
song.
Last
The
Dragon?
Last Dragon. It's 80.
See, that's why I asked that question
It's a
because
it's
it's
an
a
80s.
The Last Dragon. Nobody is gonna think of The Last Dragon.
It's an 80s
All right,
cult.
I gotta hear
It's an
this.
80s cult movie.
Yeah.
It's Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy is trying to get to the final level, the glow. And it's not about some external satisfaction. It's an internal drive to be the best version of himself.
Yeah.
And every day, man, I am striving to be. There's an internal motivation, way more than external, to be the best version of myself. The discipline, the work ethic, the grind, the commitment. Externally, I want to improve the quality of life of the people I represent, but I want to be a better friend. I also want to be a better husband. I want to be a better father, better bonus dad.
Yeah.
I want to be a better leader. I got to keep striving to get to that final glow, that final level, to get to the glow. That's some internal drive.
We share several brotherhoods, fraternal, but also one in Morehouse College.
Oh,
What
yeah.
impact did Morehouse College have on your life?
Man, it probably has an outsized influence more so than any other thing that's had an impact on my life. I tell people I went to a small college on a red clay hill,
Mhm.
830 Westview Drive,
Yes, sir. We know that address well.
Southwest Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
My experience there changed my life. The only person I knew who went to Morehouse College was the pastor who baptized me, Reverend Porter. He talked about Morehouse so much, but I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
And then my senior year, I got not only early acceptance, I did the student perspective seminar, and I
Mhm.
was hooked.
Mhm.
Didn't visit any other campus. I knew where I was going. Couldn't afford it. Still paying student loans in 2025. Still the best experience of my life.
Yes, sir.
The brotherhood. I tell people Morehouse at this three-way intersection of not just brotherhood, community service, leadership. Morehouse taught me. I cut my teeth on how to be a leader. And I'm
Yeah.
not just talking about student government position and title.
Yeah.
Morehouse teaches you to literally be a global leader, not just in thought, but in action. So whether you go back home, whether you stay in Atlanta or go to another city, whatever industry you're in, you have to be a leader. Can't be a follower.
That's right.
You have to make real impact in the community. You have to serve and you have to lead. Morehouse is unique in how that stands out because it's not just about your degree. It's not just about the prestige of what Morehouse represents. Are you a leader?
What's been your biggest disappointment since you've been mayor of Birmingham?
My biggest disappointment has been just how people perceive democracy. I want to explain it because I know that's not a word we walk around using.
Right.
So I want to make it very plain. I view democracy as a participatory sport, as in it was never designed for a city that has 200,000 people, that only 10 people are responsible for making it better, i.e. the mayor and the non-city council people.
Right.
So people vote or don't vote, and the majority of people don't vote. And then the majority of people, even after voting, I'm not talking about voters, I'm just talking about residents, period, sitting on the sideline, not participating. The 10 of us can't solve all the problems by ourselves.
Mhm.
And so I want higher community participation, not voter participation. You don't even have to show up for a neighborhood meeting. But what I mean by that is think about in one city block,
Mhm.
or I'll go bigger first. Our city is made up of 23 communities. Those 23 communities are made up of 99 neighborhoods.
Right.
Each of those 99 neighborhoods has streets, and all those streets have blocks.
Right.
Now, in each block are homes, people, families. Can you imagine in each of those blocks, they were actually neighbors and they talked to each other?
Hmm.
They trusted each other and knew each other? You know what would happen? Crime would be able to get away in that block.
Mhm.
You wouldn't have slumlords or absentee landlords in that blocks because they would take care of it. Litter and illegal dumping and trash being everywhere, it wouldn't happen because people would take care of it. That doesn't mean city government would do our part to provide basic services and help keep the city clean. But there's so much onus on the city. We have to find a balance in democracy where everyone participates to make their community better. And if everybody participated, Birmingham would be light years beyond what it is today.
So you talked about what's your greatest disappointment. What's your greatest joy since you've been the mayor of Birmingham?
My greatest joy is easily what we've been able to do for our young people.
Yeah.
It is not just the ability to look them in their eyes. And I looked almost 1,300 graduates in their eyes when they finish this year.
Right.
I am hopeful for the future of our city. We're in good hands, man. They're bright. We're in good hands. But it's the holistic approach we've been able to do for our youth. Financial literacy,
Mhm.
conflict resolution,
Mhm.
telling them, reminding them, and teaching them. Conflict will always be with you. Conflict has always been with mankind. You don't have to respond by picking up a gun. So literally at every level, K through 5th, 6 through 8, 9 through 12, teaching our children conflict resolution so the next generation doesn't have the gun violence we had. Financial literacy. I want to put cash checking places out of business who do predatory lending in the hood
Mhm.
on our Black families.
Mhm.
And what I want is for that next generation, when they see one in the hood, just to walk past it, don't even go in, because they understand credit. They understand savings. They understand risks. They understand budgets. They understand money. They're literate. They're
Yeah.
financially literate. Then the last thing is mental health. Mental health programs we put in place for our youth. So I'm most proud of the package we presented for our families and our youth and education.
During the height of the civil rights movement, 50s and 60s, Birmingham was known as Bombingham.
Yeah.
How has that legacy changed from then until now? This legacy of racial strife,
Yeah.
particularly upon the citizens, the
Well,
Black citizens of Birmingham.
I first start with this. I am reminded in the position I am in that as the mayor of Birmingham, I am responsible for the police and fire department. This same police and fire department was once led by Eugene Boyle Connor, the public safety commissioner, who unleashed police dogs
Right,
on peaceful protesters and kids,
right,
who unleashed fire hoses, which I don't think people understand the power of that water
right.
on a human skin, on peaceful protesters and kids. I'm reminded that I am responsible today for how our police engage the community. In a majority Black city, where how police show up, how they interact with our citizens is extremely important, particularly in a world post George Floyd.
Yeah,
So community policing, building trust, so important. Birmingham, where it is known, it's not a secret. Some officers wore two uniforms, blue uniforms by day and white uniforms with sheets on their heads at night, and with dynamite sticks, whether it was on homes, churches, and other public places. It wasn't investigated by that same police department.
yeah.
And how today we have to protect our citizens, including the police.
I know you're young, but do you think about your legacy? And if so, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be that I was the education mayor. I want my legacy to be that we actually decrease poverty by changing and creating opportunities for the next and youngest generation. I want my legacy to be that we finally not only stabilize our city's population, but grew our population, because Birmingham became a choice city, whether it was for our school system and education or whether it was for work opportunity.
Mayor Randall Woodfin, thanks for coming to the Power to Persist today, brother.
I'm happy to be here, brother.
Glad to have you on the South Side of Chicago.
So cool, man.
Appreciate you. I'm
Yes,
proud
sir.
of you, man.
Thank you.
Make sure to like and subscribe wherever you're listening so you stay in the know about future episodes. See you next time, my friends.
Resonate.